You walk into a room. It looks like a laboratory. Clean. Official. A man in a white coat greets you, shakes your hand, and tells you that you're here to help with a study on memory and learning. You feel fine. This seems normal. He points to a chair on the other side of a glass panel. Someone is already sitting in it, another volunteer, just like you. The man in the white coat explains that your job is simple. You will ask that person a series of questions. Every time they get one wrong, you will press a button. That button delivers an electric shock. You look at the machine in front of you. The dial goes from mild to moderate to strong to severe, all the way to the very end, where two words are printed in bold. Danger. Severe shock. You tell yourself you would never go that far. Most people do. This wasn't a memory study. It was never about memory. A psychologist named Stanley Milgram designed it to answer one of the most disturbing questions in human history, a question born directly out of the Holocaust. How did ordinary people do it? Not monsters. Not criminals. Ordinary men with families and jobs and neighbors. How did they follow orders to do something so unthinkable? Milgram wanted to know if it could happen anywhere. To anyone. So he recruited ordinary people, teachers, engineers, factory workers, through a simple newspaper ad. Paid them a small fee just for showing up. Told them it was a learning experiment. It wasn't. Here's what was actually happening. The person on the other side of the glass, the one receiving the shocks, was an actor. The shocks weren't real. The whole setup was designed to see one thing only. How far would you go if someone in authority told you to keep going? Every time the actor gave a wrong answer, you pressed the button. Every wrong answer, the shock level increased. And as it climbed, you started to hear things. Grunts. Then louder protests. Then the actor demanding to be let out. Then silence. And every time you hesitated, every time you turned to the man in the white coat and said, "I don't think I should continue," he said the same four things. Please continue. The experiment requires that you continue. It is absolutely essential that you continue. You have no other choice but to continue. That's it. No threats. No force. Just a calm voice in a white coat telling you to keep going. And most people kept going. Before the experiment ran, Milgram asked psychiatrists and scientists to predict what would happen. They were confident. Almost nobody would go all the way to the end, they said. Maybe 1 or 2 people out of 100, the kind of person with something genuinely wrong with them. They were wrong. The results didn't just surprise people. They horrified them. The majority of participants, ordinary people, people just like you, went all the way to the maximum level. Not because they were forced, not because they were threatened, because a man in a white coat told them to continue. And here's the part that should stay with you. Most of them were visibly distressed. They sweated. They laughed nervously. Some of them begged the experimenter to let them stop. Some of them trembled. And then they pressed the button anyway. Milgram called it the agentic state. The moment a person shifts from thinking of themselves as responsible for their own actions to thinking of themselves as simply an instrument of someone else's will. It happens faster than you think. The white coat does it. The official setting does it. The calm, authoritative voice does it. Your brain doesn't experience it as permission. Someone qualified is in charge. Someone who knows better has taken responsibility. Your job is just to follow the instructions. That's not a flaw in broken people. That's a feature of almost every human brain on the planet. Here's what everyone gets wrong about this experiment. People hear about it and immediately think, well, I would have stopped. I would have refused. I'm not like those people. That's exactly what the psychiatrists thought before the experiment ran. That's exactly what every participant thought when they walked through the door. Milgram ran the experiment dozens of times, in different countries, with different people, different ages, different backgrounds. The result barely changed. This isn't a story about weak people or broken people or people from a specific time or place. It's a story about how authority works on the human brain, and how the most dangerous thing in the world isn't a weapon or a disaster. It's a calm voice telling you that everything you're doing is necessary. You walked into that room thinking you knew exactly who you were, what you would do, what you would never do. Milgram's experiment didn't reveal something about a specific group of people in a specific moment in history. It revealed something about all of us. And the most important question it leaves behind isn't what those participants did in that room. It's what you would do if the coat was white enough, and the voice was calm enough, and someone quietly told you, you have no other choice but to continue.